You did it again. You slept through your Thursday alarm. Now you only have 10 minutes before that dreaded 8 a.m. speech class starts. Jumping out of bed, you throw on your clothes and run to the fridge, opening the fridge doors only to find there's nothing to grab for breakfast. I'd like to share a possible solution to this scenario. It is to try my recipe for banana muffins. You can make these banana muffins in 3 easy steps: preparation, mixing, and baking. The preparation step only involves just gathering all the things you need for this recipe. And the first thing we need to do is to locate our recipe. There we go. The recipe I found and I've used for years is from the Bread Bible. I found this recipe to be very dependable, and it's the one I'm going to be sharing with y'all today. Next, we need to gather our ingredients. Just your basic ingredients: flour, eggs, oil, and bananas, of course. Now, the bananas, it's important to have 2 important things about your bananas. They should not be frozen. I found it's best for this recipe to use fresh bananas. And also, the book titled The Science of Good Cooking says to use heavily speckled bananas, because this will give your bread optimum flavor. Lastly, we need to gather our utensils. This just means a couple bowls, some kind of mixer, your muffin pan, and a spatula. And at this point, it's a good idea to go ahead and preheat your oven to the specified temperature. Now it's time for the fun part, the mixing. We will begin with the streusel. For this, you just need to measure in a bowl some flour, sugar, and butter, and mash this together with a pastry blender until it's hopefully good and crumbly like this picture. And then just stick it in your fridge for later. Now, for mixing the muffin batter, you'll want to first do your bananas. Peel and mash them with some kind of mixer until they're good and creamy. Grabbing another bowl, you'll want to measure in your oil, sugar, and eggs, and whip this until it's good and smooth. Now you can add your bananas to your egg mixture and whip that, and it shouldn't take long to whip it because you've already done most of the work. Now, for your dry ingredients, you want to measure flour, baking soda, baking powder, and salt and cinnamon into a bowl and whisk this together until it's evenly distributed, because you do not want any pockets of salt in this recipe. Now you can dump your dry ingredients in with a wet and whisk it up. And at this point, if you're a nut lover, you can add chopped pecans. You're done with steps 1 and 2. For step 3, you'll want to prepare your muffin pan 1 or 2 ways. You can spray it with some kind of spray like canola oil, or you can line it with muffin wrappers. I prefer muffin wrappers because I don't have to spend 10 minutes at the end of this process trying to scrub all the stuff out of my muffin pans. Now, you'll want to pour your muffin batter into the pan and fill it about 2/3 of the way full in the wrappers. This way, and you'll want to do it evenly so that they cook all at the same rate. Once you've done this, you can get your streusel out of the fridge and put about a tablespoon's worth on each cupcake. And now they are ready to bake. We are going to stick them in the oven and set our timer for about 15 to 17 minutes. And while they cook, we're going to light into those dishes that we've accumulated. And if we want, we can peek in on our muffins without opening the door. Now, it is important not to open the door because the temperature will change in the oven, and this could throw your cooking time off. So once they are done and they're that golden color, we can take them out and set them on our stove to cool about 5 minutes. And then spoon them out and put them on a cooling rack to cool all the way. To store these muffins, it is best to put them in a sealed container and then pop them in your fridge or freezer. I hope these muffins will provide a great breakfast on mornings you're running a little behind. So just in case this morning some of y'all didn't have time to grab some breakfast, I brought some for y'all to sample. I hope you all enjoy eating these muffins and maybe even trying this recipe. Thank you.
Sorry, I thought you were getting